Hello people, Brian Minor. How long y'all gonna just keep going into these courthouses and turning over your money for trying to live? I have to ask. I don't see the logic in it. But yet, when you're traveling to work and you get pulled over and the policy enforcement officer gives you a ticket, you just go in and you plead guilty to the ticket and pay him off so you don't have to go to court. Fuck, why don't you just pay me off? I don't get it, folks. We have the power in that court to change our path with this government right now. It was designed by the founding fathers as our buffer zone between tyranny and oppression. And you got to do the research and learn how courts work, because courts are set up for just to settle revenge, so that people don't continue to revenge upon their deeds or their loss. And that's what courts are for. And anytime you're in court, you're being sued by somebody for damages, see? And so every time you get pulled over for not having a driver's license or not wearing a seatbelt, they're claiming a civil damages. The state is. They claim to own you, you see? And they're claiming civil damages. You might have hurt their property yourself, being part of their property. Oh, people, quit going in there and pleading guilty. You're all part of the jury pool, see? It's set up that way. It was the founding fathers. Before the Fugitive Slave Act, when the jurors were brought in and heard a case, just prior to the closing or just after the closing arguments and prior to the decision rendering process, the judge would inform the jury of their actual rights and their duties. And it was to judge the moral character of the accused and to consider the circumstances of the allegation, as well as, is the law a legal law, or does the law trespass on the rights of man? And you see, that worked well until the Fugitive Slave Act in the 1870, 70, somewhere in there, right at the Civil War time. And the fugitives were running for their freedom, and they weren't being returned to the plantation owners. So the plantation owners, they got together with the senators and told them, hey, we're losing a lot of money here, and we need to start making our money back on our investment of these slaves, so you need to start making sure they're returned to us. So the senators, in turn, addressed the courts, the judges, and told them, hey, we need to start making sure these slaves are handed back over to their slave masters. And so what the judges did is they changed the instructions to the jury, the people being ignorant and unbeknownst to know that they didn't really change, but the jurors are only instructed now by the judge that they have to render their decision based on the written letter of the law as it's written. And see, that's bullshit. The judge can't make you think anything's wrong, no matter what it is. When you're on the jury duty, you're actually on jury duty, you have more power than that judge, and he's not there to tell you what you think and what you don't think. And if you don't think someone's hurt anybody, I'm not saying you don't go in there and find everybody not guilty for everything, but if you got a fellow human being standing on that defendant's stand over there and they're trying to extort his money by saying he needed a driver's license or he didn't have insurance, he already can't afford the shit, or he'd have it, I'm sure, you know. So why depress and burning down more, people? This driver's license is a scam. They're making money off it hand over fist, and we need to start being dissidents. Show our civil dissidents. That's what it's about. That's the problem. There ain't nobody has balls anymore. You're all too fucking scared of what might happen. They might lock me up. Oh my God. But you know what? I've been locked up. I've been beat up by them cops and I've been taken down. I haven't been tased because I know I don't want to get shot by them and I don't get that aggressive. But people, we gotta fucking quit going into them courts and just handing over our money. Start pleading not guilty because you're all part of the jury pool. See, if we could just organize a not guilty movement in the courthouses around the United States, and the juries would just start saying not guilty for any crimes that didn't affect people, another person's liberties or freedoms or well-being. People, wake the fuck up, man. You're just feeding this fucking machine and they're trying to kill us. The Founding Fathers established that court for our protection, not for them to make money off the system. And we're allowing them to do it by going into these goddamn fictitious courts and fucking handing over our money. You gotta change, people. That there is the simplest way to bring this government to its knees. Because if everybody would just go in and plead not guilty, and remember, you're part of the jury pool. So when you're pulled into the juror duty, and you're pulled to be set on jury, remember, if that man or that fellow human being sitting on the defense against the state did not harm another person, stop finding them guilty. You could be up there next, and as soon as you're found guilty, that state is going to take over and you're going to be extorted. They'll follow up forever and ever. That's why we have so many fucking people in prison, people. Wake the fuck up. That's what it's about, is that we are allowing it to happen. And it's about time we struck back on just using our fucking tools that the Founding Fathers give us to use. Pull your heads out of your asses and start taking a little bit of accountability for what you're doing. We don't need no violent revolution. We need a court resolution. It's our courts set up for our protection against tyranny and oppression by overzealous governments, and we're not using it. We're letting them use it to make money and extort us and threaten us with further imprisonment if we don't pay the fucking fines that are illegitimate fucking tickets. We're doing it. We're causing our own oppression, people. We're suppressing our own abilities to be our own sovereign civilians. There ain't no sovereign citizen. All you fucking retards. I get so sick of hearing sovereign citizen. You're a sovereign civilian. For Christ's sake, a citizen is nothing more but a slave to a state. We're not slaves, people. We're free people. We're human beings. And it's time to stick a fork in this overdone fucking government, man. Help me out on this. I got other videos that explain the peaceful resolution, RES/volution, VOLUTION. It spells it out. It tells it how what happened has happened with our courts and why we're not using them. That's your guys and that's me. I fight every one of them tooth and nail. And they don't give you no more goddamn time or no more fine when you're done by pleading not guilty. In fact, don't even go in there and plead not guilty. Tell that fucking judge you don't plead anything. Animals plead. Make sheep noise and laugh at him. Make mockery of his fucking court. He's just a clown in a gown up there. Fuck, sitting 3 steps above you. I can't remember why, but it has something to do with the fucking Illuminati fucking staging system. Fuck, people, wake up. We gotta work with each other. We gotta save each other. These people that are running the country and the corporations of the government are not our friends. They've already proclaimed war against the citizens of the United States. Stop being a fucking citizen. Start being a civilian. Jesus Christ. Pull your heads out of your ass. We ain't getting nowhere with the system the way it is, and they're about to collapse it, and y'all fucking got to be able to see that. That's plain and simple common sense looking around. Fuck. Come on, people. That's about all I got to say right now. I don't know how else to say it. I've been telling it all along. You don't need to sit there and watch all the fear porn of what they're going to do and what they're going to do. Create a solution and apply this solution through the court system. It'll work. I'm telling you. You just tell everybody you know. Stop going into the courts and pleading guilty. Plead not guilty. Refuse to plead. Animals plead. The judge is going to get a little mad at you. It don't matter. Then he's going to want to enter a plea for you. And kind of let him do it. Sucker him into fucking entering a plea for you. And then hint him to him and say, hey man, what about my rights? Hey, don't I have a right to an attorney? And he's going to say, yeah, you do have a right to an attorney. You say, well good. Did I ever hire you for an attorney? And he's going to be caught off guard and he's going to say no. And you can just tell that son of a bitch. Say, well thank you for your legal determination. Now let me go, you fucking clown in a gown, motherfucker. Jesus Christ, people. It's up to us to take control of our own destiny, and when we let them people take control of us, they're just going to keep pushing down, 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 and they're going to fucking kick us in the teeth while we're down. They do it all the time. You got to have a fucking driver's license. You got to have a license to sell lemonade on the corner. You got to have a license for this. You got to have a license for that. You got to have a license for this, and we let them do it. It's our courts. No. Start going into court and when you're on jury duty and say no, no more, enough is enough. You motherfuckers have done shown you got nothing to fucking respect to the human society. You just want it all. It's ours, people. Quit giving it to them. That's all I can say. If we don't do it, no one's going to do it for us. We don't have to get violent. Just quit giving it to them. It's our money. We work for it. Why do I have to spend $1,000 a month to support 4 or 5 other people in food stamps? It's ridiculous. They ain't supporting me, them other 5 people. I don't know what to do, people. I produce a solution to, the flat earth and all that shit that keeps you distracted, the bullshit killings on the news and shit. That's going to go on. You can't stop their fucking lies and their idiocy. It's a propaganda program. The boob tube is a program box. Fucking wake up, man. I don't know what in the hell it's going to take. I can't slap you. I wouldn't anyway. I just wouldn't want to be around you. I ask these police officers, everyone I have an encounter with, why you swore an oath to support that Constitution, yet you don't go into Washington, D.C. and arrest every one of them croonies and they're fucking squandering the rights and the liberties of the free human beings of the world. It ain't just the United States, people, it's of the world. And we're allowing it to happen. By submission, man. We're not doing a fucking thing. The courts are ours. Do it in the courts. I'm telling you, people, just watch my peaceful resolution. It's RES/forward VOLUTION. It explains how, it's in my earlier videos. I ain't worth a fuck with videos anyway, so I don't care, but it explains a little better detail of how it works. It'll work. That's all I can say. There ain't no one going to come to our rescue. They might come and help destroy us, but they ain't coming to our rescue. Better have, if this economy collapses, who's to say within the next few months? But still, while we're still able to show our civil disobedience, people, it's time to, in the courts, quit pleading guilty. Not guilty. Don't plead anything. Make that judge enter a judicial decision for you and thank him for it. Be bold. Stand up. Grow a set of cojones. What the fuck they gonna do? Lock you up? Who cares? I mean, it sucks to say who cares, but right now every one of you just going to work every day or going over to your friends to smoke pot or over there to drink or whatever the fuck you're doing, you're subject to arrest. And what's going to happen when you get arrested? They're going to take you into court. And what's going to happen in court? You're all going to go, oh yeah, guilty. Take my money. Here, take my money. Wake the fuck up, man. Your aunt and your uncle and your brother, your cousin's going to be on that jury box over there. Another fellow human being. You people on the jury, just tell that fucking, let them go through their motions of their court and you find it not guilty. That's how we appeal
They're unjust laws, people. It's in the courtroom. That's how they're set up for. That's exactly how the Founding Fathers set them up. We're not taking advantage of the tools, the main tool that was set up in the government for us, we the people. I can't emphasize it enough. You guys want to go watch the fear porn? Go watch the fear porn. I don't care. I just want to offer a solution. Even if it's just a temporary solution and the economy collapses, it's a start. Show your civil disobedience. But being such a fucking pansy-ass bitch. They motherfuckers claim they own you. Fuck, you gotta ask them to have a license to take your own goddamn car down to get a gallon of milk and a fucking bag of diapers for your child. Why? You gotta pay them money to be able to go down there? You know you're gonna do it if with or without a license, and you're not gonna hurt nobody. And if you do, everybody out there is taking the same freaking chance. The insurance, they own the insurance, people, and they're forcing you. You ain't gonna bullshit me if you weren't forced by the fucking government to own insurance on your vehicle for driving it down the road. You wouldn't be fucking driving it down the road with insurance, and you'd be a hell of a lot more cautious because you don't want your fucking rig bent up. You don't want to bend anybody else's up because that's where the common sense and common law kicks in. You don't need the fucking corporate government to fucking rape us of everything. They're already getting us on our taxes. I advise everybody to go tax exempt. Fuck yeah, everybody, go tax exempt. Show them motherfuckers. I went tax exempt by myself. It didn't do a fucking bit of good. I can't do it alone. I'm one man and I will do what one man can do though. And I don't give a fuck anymore. What happens is going to happen. It's all inevitable. You can't change history and you can't change the past. But you can make your future better and the future of your posterity better and the future of humanity better. Or you can keep sucking these cocksuckers' ass who want to fucking push you down into the fucking ground and squash your head like a fucking cockroach. Really. Feel like a cockroach when they're fucking squishing their head down or their foot on your head? You ever have the fear to fucking leave your house because you don't want to be put in fucking jail because the cocksuckers won't give you a fucking driver's license? Huh? That's what they've done to me. They refuse to give me a driver's license, yet I pay for 4 motherfuckers to live every month off the fucking welfare system. And I gotta drive my own self to work, subjection to fucking arrest. Because they say I'm a threat to society. When all reality, I'm the most benevolent man you'd ever run across. I really am. Give me some water on that tin, Rocky. My wife. Sorry, folks. I didn't know I was going to be rambling on like I am, but it feels good to just talk and try to get this solution out to you folks. Maybe some of you are willing to work and listen and pass this message on now that you see that there is no help in the structure of government and it's gonna collapse is given. Just look around, Jade Helm 15, all this military movement shit wasn't put out there by accident. The Chinese yuan scheduled, they're trying to push it out for another month. Who knows if they did. Fucking God rods fucking struck China. That was a U.S. thing. I didn't even know if China got struck until Thursday. And I got to work. My friend asked me if I had seen the explosion. And I asked him straight up, was it China or Russia? Because I knew that the relations were pretty tense between both. And I know the yuan was being fucking devalued by China 2 days in a row. And then 2 days in a row, our stock market fell worse than it ever has this week. It's getting ugly, folks. You better hang on. Get your fucking rice, get your beans, get your oatmeal, get your corn, get your dried goods. I'm telling you, get some water. If you ain't got the means for water, you better have some. That's all I can say. You know, there's bitter times are headed our way, whether you believe it or not, it's a lot better to be prepared to have and not need than to need and not have. And so anyway, I don't know when I'll make another video. These are the video types I'm going to start making. I'm just going to start telling you guys this is the only way we're ever going to take back our republic. They have the firepower. We have the courts. They can't lock us all up in the county jails. You know, they might start trying to move us out into the FEMA camps and shit. But I don't think they have time to do that if we all would just work complicit on this solution to the tyranny and oppression that I've created. I've been in the system a long time, folks. I know what goes on. I know how. I've done a lot of study in the research. I got the old books. You don't want... some of these guys say that the history books that you read in school is a history, but no, it's not. You got to buy the books that were written in the times that the people were living and they were printed in them times, because they are quite a bit different than what you've been taught to believe. So you got to do your own research there. Anyway, I think that's about all I want to say for now, and I'm going to do another video in another day about let's get this fucking court movement happening so that these fucking tyrants can be shut down in their tracks. Peace out to y'all. In Rem. Action against the government. That's me. And that's another thing. Next thing I get fucking in the courtroom and that fucking judge calls me up, I'm going to tell him they spelt my name wrong. And he's going to say, how's that? And I'm going to say, it's in rem. That's this action. And I think it's going to trip him out a little bit. He's going to be thinking, in rem, I've heard it before, but what is it? He'll have to break out his laws of dictionary, his Black's Law, right there on the computer. Anyway, folks, peace out. Brian Miner. Talk to you later. Have a great August 26th. Peace.